scratch. Work.
Hi, this is Chris Rowan from Numark NAMM 2011 on Scratchworks. And today we're going to show you the NS6 that we're introducing here at the show. NS6 is our latest controller collaboration with Serato. It is designed to work with a 4-deck version of Serato. As you can see here, of course, 4 channels of control. These 4 channels not only control the software, but they also control external inputs. You can run 2 microphones, you can run a couple of turntables, some CD players, all plugged into the rear panel. We'll get to that in a second, though. In the mixer here in the middle, you also have a high-end crossfader. This is the CP Pro Slimline crossfader. It's got the right feel, indestructible, designed specifically for controllers. So we took it from the mixers that have done so well for us and sort of shrunk it down a little bit, specifically for the controllers. It's got the same feel, longevity, long life. On the decks over here, you have all the same great controls as you have, say, on the NS7, on the V7, where you have your looping controls right here. And up here you also have your strip search. And what we've done is we've taken it up a notch. On the strip search, we've added LEDs that indicate the position of the track as you're going through it. So it's one less thing you need to look at the screen about when you're working. You still have things like your tap, your bleep reverse, your key lock, your range, all that. Down here in the pitch slider, we've added the triangles that indicate where you might want to move your fader to when you change decks. If you've already had something playing on the other deck, helps you synchronize things up again. Underneath that, of course, you have all the cue controls that you find on the NS7 and the V7, and of course your sync cue play. Now we've added a few functions as well. Because this is a 4-deck controller, you have your layer buttons. As you change layers, it'll change the colors. Layer 1 is white, layer 2 is red, and then down below here there's a new function, skip function, which allows you to jump through the track on the beat. So it's like a fast forward search, but perfectly on the beat. Great feature when you're just trying to jump through something quickly and you're in a rush. Underneath that, we have the beat grid functions now right here on the deck for easy access. On the front of the unit, you'll notice that we have, like I said, we have the high-end CP Pro crossfader slimline. You can adjust fader start on that, the slope of it. You can assign each one of the decks accordingly across the front here. You have your standard headphone controls on the right side. Of course, you have your 1/4-inch and your 1/8-inch. We always like putting the dual headphone jacks under. You never know where you're going to be in the night and what you might need to have to do. Now, moving up the mixer, you can find our effects section. On each channel, there's a dedicated effects button for A and B banks. And in addition to these, we also have them up here on the master. So now you can just do a general global type of effect setting from the master setting. We've added another function right here that's not on the NS7. That's a view function that allows you to jump through different views within the software so you can see what's going on. Our effects controls over here are consistent with what you'd find on the NS7. Of course, you have your selection knob right here, you have a parameter adjustment here, you have your wet dry here, and your on-off right there. Now let's take a look at the back of the unit. The back of the unit, you have all your inputs and outputs. So starting over here, you have your input for microphone, your inputs for turntables and CD players, and then another additional microphone over here. Outputs are for booth, for master, and of course we have XLR balanced outputs because this is a professional device and you'd expect to find that in a professional device. The NS6 has all metal construction. It feels great. It's got a good weight to it. You know, when you put it on the table, it's solid, it's sturdy. When you go to scratch on the wheels, which feels really great, by the way, it's got a very, very tight, solid feel to it. The wheels are 3,600 points of resolution, which means that it is ultra precise in everything that you're doing. In fact, we use the same resolution mechanism that we use inside the NS7. And one other thing that you'll notice, if I can get this plugged in again, is that on the wheels themselves, we also have indication going around the outside of the wheel of where you are, position indication on the track as the wheels are spinning around. So simulating what the record does because it's non-motorized, you want to see where your track position is, sort of like a pinpoint location. So when you're scratching, you have that perfect point to go back to. This is the NS6. This is the latest controller from Numark, tied together in collaboration with Serato. Will be coming out in the spring at a price of around $999.